Hello, hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you the purest of love and light. Remember, God is for us. Who can be against us? You're blessed, you're highly favored, and might I add, you're highly, highly protected as well. Welcome if this is your first time returning, Soul Tribers. Thank you so very much for your continuous love, your support. Thank you for liking the videos. Again, that is how the messages are sent out so that others can get the messages. So if you'll be kind enough to hit the like button, it's appreciated. Thank you for your comments. I love hearing from you. So first we're going to get an angel message, angel number, to see what Divine has. Well, 1919 cycles, karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. So again, closing out a cycle, a chapter. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. So you have successfully, some of us have successfully closed out a karmic cycle. Judgment was called on it. It's like a rebirth. There is a shift, a change. And so it's like whatever we sow, that's what we're going to reap. So some people are going to get good, or, it's just whatever people work for. It's no judgment here. It's nature. It's what it is. It's what it is. So we're asked to learn your lessons so they don't repeat in the future. So learning from the past so that we don't make the same mistakes in the future, and also make some space for new experiences as well. All right, so I love that. Okay, and let's get an angel message to support that card. Oh my goodness, it's like they're falling out. Wow, change and transition. Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Wow, this is change. Again, closing out a cycle, a chapter, transitioning, so moving on to something else. And as I pre-shuffle, and I will show you the cards here, this is so, so aligned. I love this. So yes, so a lot of you, a lot of us, at this time too, we're called to speak your truth. Archangel Gabriel, thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. So to speak up honestly. So that's great. I love it. So yes, as I pre-shuffled the cards that came out, it says divinely guided. So again, it's like it just really corroborate, support what the number there, 1919, and the change and transition there. So it's like God already had everything planned out. It's like we have our angels. God is working with us as we transit, as we leave what no longer serves us and press on, closing out the old, paying attention to the things in the past so that we don't encounter them in the future. If we encounter them in the future, we know how to handle them, I must say. So it's like new levels, new devils. So will we be able to recognize? Because again, the enemy, he doesn't do anything different. It's the same things. It's the same three sins. They may come in different shades and try to make them look confusing, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So a lot of you, a lot of us have been divinely guided to move away from what no longer serves us. Yeah, leap of faith is like taking a leap of faith into the unknown. This reminds me of like the fool's card. Jumping and just having faith that God will catch you. It's like at this point, for a lot of you, a lot of us, is like you learn to rely on divine. You learn to trust God. You've been through enough to know that you are enough. And again, for all the things that you have gone through, who could it be? Who could it be but divine? Who could it be but God? Who helped you, who rescued you, who was there with you in your darkest and toughest moments. So it's like having the faith, knowing that because you could trust him when you were at the lowest point, your most vulnerable moment, it's like, yeah, I give my life to you. Like the song says, I give my life away so you can use me. So yeah, there's a divine blueprint. So it's like going within, finding your higher purpose and discovering the meaning of life, what it is or what is it that you're here for. Because there is a destined purpose and calling for your life here. Yes, serendipity. So again, you're just leaving things up to God. This is a Jesus take the wheel moment here. It's like you're releasing the need to control, like this first card says, 1919. You release the need to control. Because you cannot force things. That's good. Yeah, divine truth. So again, just trusting, knowing. And again, for a lot of you, a lot of us, for what we have been going through and what you have gone through, you just know that there is something better, bigger out there for you to do. It's like, no, this can't be just like this. So this is why a lot of you probably are going inward to get some answers. Because it's like this is no ordinary things. It's like the oppositions, the attacks that you have been going under. I mean, if you did not have a calling on your life, you would not be getting so much fight. You would not be getting so many attacks. So yeah, game is over. Game over under this leap of faith here. So it's like you're finished. You're no longer entertaining any half-hearted efforts. You're no longer entertaining any fake or phony people. You know your boundaries. It's like you have healthy standards now. It's like now you know what you desire, you know what you deserve. You have been through enough, like I said before, to know that you are enough. Now you realize that people treat you according to how you allow them to. You're not afraid to close and leave chapters where you're no longer fulfilled, where you're being abused or with toxic energies. It's like no more. And this is why a lot of you, it's like it can't get any worse than this. And so you're willing to take that plunge. You're willing to take that leap. It's almost like having toxic relationships, dealing with toxic partners, and then you're like, one day you're like, you know what, enough is enough. It's like even if you were married, it's like, no, love should not hurt. It's like you have this epiphany, it's like you have this awakening where you're like, no, if this is a job, it's like, no, I'm settling. I'm giving away my time, my gifts, my talents, and my abilities. They are not paying me for what I'm worth, for all this knowledge that I'm dropping here. So again, this is you taking your power back. Wow, divine intervention. I mean, this is telling me that God step in here, because sometimes we don't want to change. Change is constant. It's constantly happening. But for a lot of us, we don't like to change. We don't want to leave that job. We don't want to leave those people. We don't want to leave that place. We don't want to leave that thing, where most of us are creatures of habit. And so sometimes God must step in order to help us to gain clarity on whether it's a relationship, again, our career, what we're doing with our time, just our entire life in general. Because especially when God has a calling on your life, a blueprint, especially when, like the scripture says, before you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. It's like if I want you, I have a plan for you. There's a purpose for you. And it's like you're fooling yourself, like Jonah running away on the big ship, thinking that you can hide from God. For some people, it's like, okay, you can go ahead, but there are some of us that we are here on a purpose. We're here for a purpose. And God, He will chase us, He will hunt us down. Whatever it is, He needs to cause a tower to throw people out of our lives. Sometimes even put us on our back, so all we can do is look up to Him. And just realize that, you know what, I'm not in control. God is in control. And then when we reach that place where we can say, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. I give myself away so you can use me. Then it's like, yes, you're ready. But otherwise, yes, He's going to hunt us down. He's going to hunt us down. Yeah, the fight. So the inner warrior is being activated. And a lot of you, you're getting ready to fight for what you desire, what you deserve, and overcome your fear. Whatever it is, whether this is a fear to love, to give love, to receive love, a fear to step out to seek another career where you're more satisfied and your people appreciate you, you're being paid for what you're worth. For you, I mean, you're standing up for yourself, you're fighting for yourself. The warrior man or woman is activated inside of you at this moment. And for a lot of you, a lot of us, this feeling, this moment comes after some shocking revelation. Where, like I said, you come to an enlightenment where you realize again, like the scales, they come off of your eyes, and you said, no, this is not working. Whatever it is in your life, you're like, this is not working. Because we do a good job at fooling others. But at the end of the day, when the world gets silent and we're by ourselves, we cannot fool ourselves. And we definitely are not fooling God. So for a lot of you, a lot of us, yes, you've gone through all of that and you went inside even and you prayed. You have been doing the work. It's like you have good, you would say good karma, but it's like you're in right standing with God. You're a righteous man or woman. David wasn't perfect, but he was a man after God's own heart. So it's like, this is how, for those of you who are in this right place, right standing with God, it's like, okay, I am satisfied with you. I am happy with you. Now let's move into the next phase. Let's move into the next chapter. For some of you, you have been running and dodging, even though you know that there is a calling on your life, but you don't want to face the truth for whatever reason. And this is when God is causing a shakeup in your life. It's like today, it's like salvation is knocking on your door. Like the card says, karma will be paying you a visit. So God will be paying you a visit. So it's like, be ready. You can't be getting ready. This is a time we must be ready. We must be ready for this change and this transition. It's like God and the angels are here. It's like the ride is here to take you to where you need to go, to that next level. Because wherever you're going, you're divinely guided. You make up your mind. You're not looking back. You're jumping because you know for sure that God is and He will catch you. Because what this is, it's bigger than you. This is not about you. There is a blueprint. It was already orchestrated as to what you're here for. And now it's like you're just letting go. And it's like you're realizing how God is causing things to just fall into place for you. You're not controlling anything. You're now open to divine truth. We know the truth sets us free. You're done playing games, being hot and cold. Because for a lot of you, in order for you to come into this blueprint, this map for you, God had to cause a tower. Something had to come to light here. Some false people, place, or thing had to fall out of this tower for you to realize what you've been dealing with, who you've been settling with. And it's like now the warrior is like, this is, I'm hearing the song, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Yeah. So you're standing up for yourself, your family, for your faith. Whatever it is that you know it's true, you're standing on it. Yeah. Like it says, family tree. So again, for a lot of you, you're doing this for your generation, for your legacy to come. It's like for some of you, you may be encountering people from different races, cultures, different values, beliefs, and traditions. And that may sometimes pose a challenge. If it's a relationship, sometimes that poses a challenge as well. But I get here too, for a lot of you, a lot of us, what you're doing, you know, it's leaving a legacy behind. Yeah, for some of you, you have dealt a bad hand. Dealt a bad hand, dealt with a lot of devilish people, a lot of Decepticons. Yeah. Wow. For some of you, you will be like the one who got away for a lot of people. It's like that Cinderella glass slipper. For a lot of people who had you in their life and they didn't appreciate you, they will regret the chances that they didn't take. So you slipped away, you slipped out of their hands. Yeah, a lot of regrets. So a lot of people are gonna have a hard time forgiving themselves for treating you poorly, much less expecting you. It says much less expecting you to forgive them. So some of them may think you haven't forgiven them, but of course you have. Because in order for you to walk into your divine calling here, you don't need people to come to you to apologize. You already forgave, you released people. They just need to go to God and talk to God and ask for forgiveness. Because you had to do this. You know that forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. So a lot of people, they will have to live with this regret for the rest of their life. It's like you came into their life, they didn't appreciate you. It's like a lot of people abuse you pretty much. So they're going to regret that. Wow. Yeah. So it's like this is judgment here. This is an awakening, an awareness, a call to action. So yeah, it's like God blowing the trumpet, like this is your time. Wake up from your sleep. And wherever you are, then you're guided away. It's like resurrection morning. You know, the dead in Christ shall rise. And so for a lot of you, this is where you are. It's like you're stepping up to go into your calling. Yeah, Queen of Wands, the leap of faith. Yeah, so it's like you're stepping out in faith. It's like now you're passionate about this. It's like you know for sure what it is that you're here for. And with that is like that confidence, that Godfidence, knowing that God is for you. And because He's for you, who can be against you? Wow. And with divine blueprint, we have the Lovers here. So for some people, it's a relationship that was destined to be. It was destined to be. The blueprint is like there is something that needs to be done that is even greater. It's not self-serving. It's for humanity's sake. A call to action here to show people how, because with the family tree it talk about different race, so it's like even meeting people with from different race, culture and backgrounds here, that normally that you will be able to work with, live with, love with, where people would say, oh no, different race, they're not supposed to be together, different race, how can they work together? So it's like God letting people know that, look, heaven is a place of diversity, and as above, so below. It's like His love is, love is powerful. The highest vibration. So it's like where there is love, there is no color, there is no race. It's all about the soul. It's the connection. And so for a lot of people, that's even where the struggle is acceptance in society. But it's like what God says is what God says. Is not about what people think. It's not about what people says. And this is why, again, it's just with the 1919 card here, it's learning our lessons in the past. So that when we're praying for soul tribes, we're not saying, God, only send me people from this race, this tribe. Because no, it's like be open to the possibilities. Be careful how we entertain strangers, right? Because it may just be an angel. So God works in mysterious ways. We don't know who is going to come into our life when we get this Ace of Pentacles, when we get a new stable offer, stability, that new career, that person who is interviewing you, who will be hiring you. You don't know, it's a different race and you may get along perfectly well. So this is about, with this serendipity here, is just leaving everything up to God, and you just hope and you just pray that God will intervene and will bring the people who are suitable for your soul. Yeah, the Tower. Again, with divine intervention, that's the Tower. And again, look, the Tower again. Over divine truth. I'm telling you, it's like for a lot of people, they were sleeping. And this is under the Judgment card. A lot of people were sleeping. And it's like the trumpet blow and God had to shake up things. I mean, this is big. This is big, big. Because a lot of us, we have been sleeping on ourselves, our gifts, our talents, our abilities, playing it small, dimming our light to fit in, not wanting to shine our light because it's irritating other people's darknesses. So we play small. And God is like, you know what? Enough is enough. It's like He stood up and He, He said enough. Enough is enough. It's like game over here. Six of Pentacles. It's like game over. It's time for equal give and take. It's time to be around people who will pour into you just as how you pour into them as well. Wow. And the Knight of Wands. So even with this over the Lovers here, again, divine intervention. Again, this is like a tower. Some people are experiencing at this time many tower moments. Or they have had this and it helped them to gain clarity as to what's been going on in their life, because entertaining the Knight of Wands again can be people or a person who is flighty, who uses their wand, their phallic, their body to seek attention. And so especially if you were engaging in toxic relationships, it's like God had to shake this up to get these people out of your life. Some people betrayed you, walked out, and this is underneath the Lover's card here. So it's like being with people who were not good, being with people who were just lustful, leading with their bodies. When God is saying, come on, I know the plans I have for you with this divine blueprint here. And you're fooling yourself, you're wasting your time, you're settling for less. It's like that relationship, I didn't put you there, you put yourself there with that person. Now I need to move you over here with who I want you to be with. So if it means that things are been exposed where you're seeing things now, because God is saying, this is my time to move now. I'm here. It says karma will be paying you a visit. Oh my gosh, the devil, the devil. See the fight. This reminds me of the Strength card, taming the beast within. Yeah, because for a lot of you, a lot of us, that toxic relationship, and see this when this card is having a padlock, and in the other cards with the Strength card too, is like the lion is tamed. Yeah, it's taming the beast within us. Is not being so flighty, driven, going after our lusts and devilish things, material things over this Ace of Pentacles here. You know, it's like God wants to bring us something new. So it's like tame the beast within. Because I know what I have for you. I have something that is tangible, something that will last, something that will withstand, you know, the storms of life. The things that you're invested in now, it's only temporary. Yes, you get a moment of high, but it doesn't last. You're still empty. You're still unfulfilled. You're still searching for purpose in your life. And I want you to have that. I want you to have that. Yeah, but the Nine of Wands is like just tired of being wounded here. Being the wounded warrior. Just tired of getting hurt. Yes, it's like you're not giving up, but it's like, God, I wish I could get a break here. It's like it's just wands, it's just burdens, it's just stress, it's just more pressure. It's just more energies that just come in and go, and that's it. It's like I want something tangible with the Eight of Pentacles here. Something that is lasting, because the truth is that it's only what we do for God will last. Only what we do for God will last. So it's like for a lot of you, a lot of us, it's like it's time to master ourselves. Eight of Pentacles here. Master our craft. Focus on what it is that we're here for. Yeah. Yeah, move away to calmer waters. Leave what no longer serves us here. Yeah. The Moon, using our intuition, trusting our intuition as well. So that we don't miss out on anything. with this Four of Cups. Karma will be paying you a visit. It's like, be ready. It's like, don't miss this opportunity. Wow. Yeah, too much Five of Cups. You invest in a lot of people, places, and things, and all they do is just leave you heartbroken. And so this is why we're having this shakeup. This is why we're having this change that's going on. Is like too much of the same old, same old. Living with regrets, crying over spilt milk. God is saying it is time for you to move into your divine calling, into your divine purpose. It's like, wake up. The trumpet is blown. Whatever it is that we need to get into, I'm telling you, this is the time when everybody's, you see how we have the card 1919? It's like divine order. People in the light, everybody's getting into position in a row. People in the dark, everybody's aligning with their own tribe now. And so this is why we have this, these cycles are closing out. All these big changes. People are moving away into their own sector, in their divine calling and their purpose. Wow, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for us as we expect these changes and we're open to divine's guidance. Until next time, take care and be blessed.